for cold, hard sports talk with your hosts, Ty Gore, Matt Barrett, and Jake Woods.
Alrighty, boys, we have Ikki Kogawa on the pod today. Japanese import playing Junior A in Ontario. Ikki, how's it going?
Hi, nice to meet you.
All right, well,
yeah,
it's right. Well, let's dive right into it here. First thing we want to talk about is at the time of recording, it is the day after your 18th birthday. So happy birthday. How's it feel to be 18?
Oh, not really changed, but yeah, pretty happy. Enjoyed birthday.
And he is in Ontario, so still away from the legal drinking age, but still 18 is always a fun year to turn.
Yeah.
We all have distant memories of that now. Jumping in, first thing I wanted to talk about is you being born in Japan and then coming to Canada. What was that like? When did you come over, and what was the decision coming to Canada like?
Well, I came to Canada when I was 12 years old, I think, and I decided to come here because I want to be a professional. Well, in Japan, there's no professional hockey league like Canada, like North American. So, yeah, I decided to come here. I was lucky to play in GTHL, but yeah, that's all, basically.
What was that like with your parents? Was it like always something from like when you started hockey, like you immediately wanted to go pro, or was it something like having a conversation like, hey, like I want to come to Canada?
There's Hokkaido in Japan. That's where like strongest like location like hockey. There's like lots of hockey community in there, and so I was supposed to go there, but when my dad thought that like Ikki should play in like professional in Japan or like North America, which is better. Like of course North America, right? So he decided to send me to like United States, like Connecticut, or he tried to bring me to Vancouver, but there was some issues about visa and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, when I came to Toronto, I finally able to get a visa and just came over. I didn't know like I didn't have any offers from like AAA team or like anything because basically I don't know any people in Canada, but I sent highlight video to all the AAA teams, and then then I got offer from where was it? Yeah, Toronto Red Wings in GTHL.
And obviously right now your English is very good. Did you speak any English before you came over? Or was that something you learned once you got here?
No, actually no. I didn't like to study English because it's basically second language, and I have no idea why is it different? Like, why is it language different, right? Like, but yeah, I have to learn. So, like my sister came 3 years ago, and she's better English. She speak more better, like because she studied more. But yeah.
I will agree with you. English is our first language, and I hated English class.
Oh yeah, we are horrible at it.
Yeah,
we barely speak English.
Yeah, like this year I took an English course, and I struggle a lot because I didn't know there was so many words, and I don't know, especially like history stuff. Like, yeah, it's so really hard. I mean.
Well, from our standpoint, your English is very good. I'm sure if the four of us went right now and took an English provincial achievement test, you would not finish fourth out of the group. So no chance.
I don't know. Yeah, I have to study to get like credit stuff for NCAA. So I just worked as I can, but yeah. It's not easy.
You are a little bit like for anyone who doesn't really follow this kind of thing outside like the pro ranks, there's a little bit of a wave here of Japanese talent in your age group, and that sort of 2001 to 2003 born age group. Obviously, the one everyone knows is Eito Iguchi, who was kind of burst on the scene at a young age and got a lot of like publicity and all that, working with Pavel Barber. But there's a couple others. I'll throw some names out there for people to search up after. Yosaku Andu's playing USHL, Yosato playing USHL, Chikara Hanzawa playing NCAA Div 1. Like, there's a good wave in your age group of like legitimate top tier talent coming out of Japan. What's it like being a part of this group?
Well, as you mentioned, Yu Sato, he is my old buddy. I've been playing with him. Well, I played in Japan, and we were like kind of rival. No, not rival. Actually, I wasn't good enough. But him and Aito was on the same team, and they were absolutely like talented, and they were like genius for us in Japan. And so I wasn't like in the group, like their group, when I was like, I don't know, 10 or 8 years old. But when my dad saw their video, like highlight video of them, like Aito Iguchi highlight, I don't know, he was kind of jealous, I guess. And then he brought me to every like hockey school, like training. And I worked ass off. And then I'm here right now. Yeah, I guess.
The proudest dad in Japan.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah. Well, also my mom was like drove me like for every practices, and well, it's hard thing is that there's only like 3 like rinks from my house, and they're like hour or at least 2 hours away, which like my mom have to drive back and forth like a total of like 4 hours like every day basically, right? And so proudest my parents is absolutely like fantastic.
It must be crazy to see in like places like Toronto and places like that where there's like 3 rinks within like 3 blocks of you, eh?
Yeah, there's 3 rinks you can walk to, and then if you don't want to go to any of those, there's another 6 outdoor rinks.
Yeah. Yeah. And in Collingwood, I'm in Collingwood right now, and well, I don't see any like lots of outdoor rinks, but even though like there's like 2 rinks from my house, and it's really cool. Like there was no like rinks in Japan where like have like 4 rinks in like one facility, or like lots of seats and like outside rink, or I don't know, like yeah, the Canada's really cool. Like I love hockey, so it's amazing. Yeah.
Did it take you by surprise, like just how hockey crazy Canada is? Because coming from Japan, like I'm sure everyone in the world knows how crazy Canada is for hockey, but like landing in Toronto, which is arguably the craziest city in the world for hockey, what was that like, making that transition?
Yeah, I don't know. First time when I actually watched like Steelheads, where I was drafted. That was my first time watching pro like high level hockey in Canada, and I don't know, it was really inspired me. I mean, like when I heard that like still like the OHL players are 16 to 20, I was like why they're playing in front of fans, and I don't know, like lights are down, like dark, and then they come out from like lights up, and I don't know, like, and fans are like cheering up, and also like when I watched the Leafs, like people were like yelling at like opponents, like I don't know, it's everything's like it was like baseball in Japan, I guess. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but
I've seen videos of some baseball in Japan, like especially like the high school type of baseball stuff. It's crazy there. So like you look at the comparing the two, it must have been like, wait, I've kind of seen this before, eh?
Yeah, but I guess NHL, like Toronto, like hockey stuff was like better, or like bigger, I guess, than Japan. But yeah, it was kind of similar, I guess. Yeah.
What is hockey? What's the I guess the excitement about hockey in Japan? Is there much for like the national team at all or anything like that? Like what's kind of the fanfare like about it?
I think yeah, there's like you mean is there like Team Japan or all that kind of stuff or Olympic?
How much do people actually like pay attention to it? Is there many? I guess is there much? I guess
Like if
All like fans?
I don't even know
someone
how to
isn't
explain it.
if someone isn't like a young Japanese hockey player or a parent of a young Japanese hockey player, what are the chances that they follow like the Japanese team at like the World Championships?
Yeah.
I don't
Or are
know.
people more? Or are people more? Focused on baseball or
Yeah.
soccer even as well, right?
like like if you live in Canada, I guess there's at least one or two, no, more than probably 5 or 10 like kids are goes to like each school. But in Japan, like I would say like one. I was only one in like my area, and people didn't even know what hockey is. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and well, right now, like the population, the hockey population getting like I don't know lower, I guess. Um, yeah, and so I want to like kind of cheer more. Like I want to spread more hockey community, like Japanese hockey stuff to the world, but it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, yeah. But
And like we said, that's something that I wouldn't be surprised if it changes in the next little bit here, because like we said, with this big wave of talent coming, and hard to say with everyone still in their junior years who's going to make the NHL. But of this group, I'd be surprised if several of them weren't playing minor pro across North America at the very least. So there's the talent here that's playing in like the biggest hockey markets in the world. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that changes in the future and that starts bringing more eyes to Japanese hockey. One question I wanted to ask too was coming and going from playing hockey in Japan to coming and playing in, Toronto area and jumping right into, U16 AAA, U15 AAA. What was the first thing you noticed about the game on the ice?
well, of course, rink size is like totally different.
It's smaller here, hey?
Yeah, it's like way more smaller. Like in Japan, we play in Olympic size, which is like way more bigger than Canadian like NHL size. So yeah, I really struggle about size. Like you can literally, if you take a shot from on the blue line, you can reach it. Like not in Japan. So that was like biggest challenge for me in when I moved from Japan to Canada. But and also like the size stuff, like a bit. I'm not really um, like tall or like huge as others, so that part I really struggled.
I guess going into a U16 AAA game and, coming up against a 6'3" defenseman, that's something new for you.
Yeah. Well, like as you know, like Dom Mills was the first place, and when we play against them, they're all like at least 6 foot, and some of them were like 6'5" or I don't know 4, I guess. And
Wow.
oh yeah, like I hit them, like it's useless. Like I can't, they won't move basically, right? So it feels like I'm trying to break the wall. So yeah, it was hard, and yeah.
Well, it definitely looks, just going off the stats, like you found your stride. Just walking through your AAA numbers here. First year of U16 trips, 57 points. Then next year playing U18 trips, 31 and 32, 58 and 55, and now playing Junior A. Despite the size difference, it hasn't stopped you from finding a way to get the puck to the back of the net.
Yeah. Well, I always like make a goal, like how many goals I want every year, and I don't know, that's kind of bringing me to this. I don't know, that's kind of showing but it's really hard. I mean, coach is really coach doesn't want to use like small guys basically, so I gotta work hard to earn a spot first, and then well, like the last year in the U18 team, I didn't struggle with earning a spot because they know that I was drafted and all that kind of stuff. But in U16, well, my coach doesn't really like big guys basically. He's a good coach. I just right. So I kind of work hard and trying to earn a spot and all it. Yeah, that's all.
How would you like if people look at your numbers? They're like, man, this kid can score. This kid can produce numbers. How would you describe yourself as a player on the ice? What you look for. How would you describe how you play?
Yeah, I would say like my speed and basically speed, like side, like in the walls, like when I play against like bigger guys in the walls, I can definitely like run away with my with my feet, so and also my pass like skills, I guess, like finding someone who's open but yeah, I have to improve my shooting though. That's my goal for so far.
Is there any player in particular who you try and model your game after, who you look at and be like, that's how I want to play hockey?
I would say like Nathan Gerby on Blue Jackets.
There's a name for you. Holy.
Nathan Gerby.
You went deep into the archives for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe Alex DeBrincat.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been following him for a while, a long time. Since when he was in the Erie Otters.
Yeah. You might have named the two players currently in the NHL who you're a bit taller than.
Yeah. Yeah, right. But and also Joseph Garefa on AHL San Jose, like AHL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
San Jose Barracuda.
Yeah. He played in OHL last year, and then I don't know. Yeah, I kind of know him, and he's my favorite. I think he's not in NHL, but
even guys like back in the day, like back when we were growing up watching, it was Martin St. Louis was kind of the small guy who produced, right? It's that wave of players we see now that we don't like. The NHL doesn't need these big players all the time. There can be these small players that play with a ton of speed, right? Is that how you try and look at things now?
Yeah, definitely. Even now, like in Toronto is like old, like hockey country, but also has lots of history and lots of coaches are trying to get more bigger guys. But to survive in this kind of habitat, I guess. I gotta like improve my more like skills and speed, I think. Yeah.
You just almost got to be that much better, right? You've almost got to prove yourself that much more because you're not as big, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right.
Now, you've mentioned it a couple times here. In 2019, getting drafted by the Mississauga Steelheads in the OHL draft. First thing I want to ask is just, were you expecting to go in that draft? What was it like when you got the news that they had selected you?
I was actually expecting it. Like, in pre like news like draft, like there was some like news and like I was on like list and so I was expecting get hired, like drafted higher, but it is what it is. Like drafted 12th round, but still I was really happy, I guess. Yeah, like I kind of like whole family dream was to get drafted first. Like the goal was to get drafted first and then move on, right? So yeah, whole family was kind of, I think, happy. And when my dad said like, you want to buy something, like you want to buy like for you or whatever, I didn't buy anything, but he asked me like you want to buy a new iPhone or whatever. And I said I bought it yesterday.
Birthday gift.
Yeah. Something like that.
And what's your relationship with the Steelheads been like since then? How have you been getting like feedback as to like what they want from you? Have they just been like, you keep taking steps and we'll talk to you like if we want to call you up or whatever? What's that relationship like?
Oh, since last year camp, like they said, just excited to come back like next year at the camp and we'll see how it goes or whatever. And now like this like COVID thing and I don't know if there's camp this year, but yeah, I don't know. I have no idea about relationship right now, actually.
Well, you've gotten a chance to play a little bit in the OJHL, which is Junior A for those who don't really know who are listening. Have you even, did you even think that playing Junior A was kind of like a possibility, or was it, I'm going to play in the OHL or I'm not, right?
Yeah. Well, if I would be able to make OHL as like 16, or like if I was able to sign in like last summer, I would definitely sign. Like I will definitely play for them. But right now, well, I don't have that opportunity. So, yeah. I don't know. I was like my second opportunity was to play in like OJHL and then like go to NCAA, and then so I'm really happy with this organization, like Colin Blues, is really good and good stuff, and like players are actually good. So I'm really happy with it. Yeah.
And so you mentioned it briefly there. Can you just walk us through what's kind of the dream board look like? What's the current trajectory in front of you as you kind of see it? Where do you plan on going from here?
Like a goal, you mean? Like
Yeah, like what's your
right now,
goal?
right?
What's your path going forward? Kind of like go OJ, then try and play NCAA.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, like you said, play OJHL and then play until I get some offers from NCAA, and then just go NCAA, and then I don't know. I just want to play in pro, so I would just earn it, like just more stats, and I guess. But I know it's not like stats is not everything. But for especially small guys, I gotta earn, right? So yeah, and then just playing North American pro. Like there's like one player, like Japanese player playing ECHL, but I want to play in like AHL, like above ACHL, or like at the end I want to play in NHL.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, but you would be in your senior year of high school right now, grade 12, right?
Yeah.
Have you started having like any conversations, like started showing any tape to any colleges or anything yet? Or is the plan to kind of finish out your eligibility in junior A until you're, 19, 20, and then start looking at college?
Shit, I'm looking at schools right now, but this season haven't started yet, so I don't know. Like I have no idea about, like I haven't talked to any schools, I guess, but yeah, I think I'll move forward, like just keep working, and just play until I don't know. So I don't know. I hope I get offers next year or after that.
So
And go Gorzy.
So all three of us actually, we do follow the national teams in the lower ranks, like the Japans, who are going to be playing Division 1B in the juniors, and they're playing Division 2 ranks in the worlds. Has the national team ever came calling, and is that a goal of yours one day to play for the national team?
Well, I actually, there's like U18, like World Juniors. And well, I've been talking to the U18 20s, but like when they have a camp, like I have a playoffs basically, and my dream's not playing like national. It's actually like it's happy if I can play in like national team, but like right now, for now, like my goal is not playing national hockey. No, like national team. So yeah, well, one day I want to play for Team Japan, like, and play Olympic, but so far not really.
And we were talking about it earlier with this group of between the 2001 to 2003. There's so many talented players right now. It only takes a couple of players to really make an impact for, the Japanese national team to really start making some noise, right? Is that kind of the goal? Is if, we can get this group of players to stick around and stick together and make something happen, then it just kind of all falls into place?
I don't know. I don't know why this group like is in. I don't know, like got they're like, I don't know why this group is like all in the like high level, actually. Yeah, but I don't know. Hmm. Just probably like lots of players in Japan start realizing moving from Japan, like it's better to like improve like hockey, I guess.
Hmm.
So, and that was the time like I moved and everyone moved. So we're just lucky. I don't know. Just lucky, I guess.
And now, one thing we like to ask kind of everyone we interview: what is your like craziest hockey story or your favorite memory of your career so far?
So far, I would say that I was selected for prospect game, like DHL in minor midget, and well, I played in front of like I don't know, like 1,000 like people, and then lots of NHL and OHL scouts, and I was like actually scared, I guess. Like before a game, my hand was shaking, and yeah, like I actually like I called my parents and they're like, am I okay or whatever, and so that's probably yeah. And also probably like OHL draft was like I said, like it was like biggest moment in my life so far.
Going into that prospect game, do you remember anything? Like, do you remember your first shift, or was it just like blackout, like from adrenaline?
No, I actually remember like the first shift, like yeah, but like I didn't like there was like 20 minutes warm up, and then I was too excited, so I skate a lot. I skate too much, and then actually first shift, my legs were kind of heavy, and I feel kind of tired. But first shift, I kind of back checked and then chased like chain right, and I don't know, like that. That's all I remember. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I was kind of. Yeah, I was excited actually, playing in front of like lots of people.
Any other big names you remember sharing that dressing room with?
I was with um, like Wyatt Johnston on Windsor Spitfires. I was linemate with Jesse Fishman and Tucker Robertson on like OHL, Peterboroughs, and Rangers, I think. And yeah, I don't remember. But
if I'm looking right, Francesco Pinelli was in that tournament as well.
Yeah, and yeah,
Brian
and
Clark.
also yeah, Brian Clark, Roman Schmidt, who's in NTDP right now. Yeah, there was lots of like superstars in that game, and I was of course, like you get, yeah, they're good, right? So of course you get kind of scared, not scared, but too excited, and yeah, I didn't really expect it to get selected for that game because there's only like 2 or 3 spots from each team, and right, so yeah.
Any other questions, boys?
Nah, man.
No, I'm just gonna say thanks for coming on, man. It's really cool hearing about your transition from Japan to Toronto and kind of how you've settled in, and I'll definitely be rooting for you going forward.
Yeah. Is there anywhere online where people can follow along with you? Any social media accounts you want to plug?
I don't know.
No worries. All right.
No
Well,
worries.
Sorry.
Well, thanks again for coming on. We appreciate it. At the very least, we're going to be following along with your career from here on out. And best of luck in the Junior A this year.